God up and God rising. God is always shining. Peace to the gods. This is Chemistry Realignment, and we are on Sankofa's time. The mind is the structure of that electronic plasma we call thought in the brain. Plasma is charged electrons. The structure of neurons of the brain is the mind's utilization of physical laws, which are mathematics. Thoughts don't exist other than carried on by signals, chemical, electromagnetic, gravitational force, etc. The original man is the ultimate architect in the manner in which matter and energy are organized by the process of identification, observation, measurements, etc. The mind determines angular momentum, so forth, or else they are not known. Quantum physics. Therefore, the position or momentum of a particle is not certain until measurement. The original man is the Most High, meaning the one drawing matter and energy up into the organized form on its own tends to entropy and marinate into a medium of mediocre equilibrium. This means that it tends to behave like stagnant water. This deals with mentalism, i.e., everything that is mental is physical and everything that is physical is mental, or that the universe is in fact all mental. This means is that order exists even before an object materializes and forms a kinetic energy from a potential energy existing from some geometric configuration of elements in this or a previous form of space-time. The photons in your brain existed physically before your own personal brain, yet they are still your thoughts that compose of your intelligence. All of the material in the universe came from radiation thought. This is how the universe is the black man's body. The same way the universal family is the body of the black man. Black means dominant and mind means order. The reality of conservation of energy advances the principle of correspondence. You can't pollute your environment, your universe, without ultimately polluting your own biological body. God is the highest extent of the mind, and energy and matter is the medium through which he or she expresses their ideas. And the black physical body of the original man is the supreme medium. In other words, the amassment of elements which comprise the physical body of the original man is the only vehicle in the universe through which all in its essence, the great mind in the universe, in any and all ramifications and manifestations manifested in the character or nature of the original man. Infinite El Jamar Allah, the Black Family, a 5%er periodical, 1981. So again, you can see that the original man isn't just related to the order, structure, mind. He is the order, structure, mind. This order and structure on a fundamental level is the instructions of the universe. The instructions are everywhere. How do we see that the original man, the highest form of living instructions, the instructor and the teacher is the supreme being? Because he was the only one that was able to modify the sequence of the instructions on the fly on a local or global level before other people made from the original man were on the scene. How? By observation, development, engineering, cultivation, fortification, standardization, organization, building, and reproducing. Our bodies are the physical command centers of the mind. The instructions last forever and are transformed and carried out forever through communication and radiation. One must know oneself. If this does not serve to discover truth, it at least serves as a rule of life, and there is nothing better. Blaise Pascal, mathematician. The original man was the first to recognize his integral part to the whole universe and use it. The consciousness that organisms carried evolved and continued to expand to reach a state of cognizance necessary to perform its duties, to bring forth the next phase of existence. When the conscious outgrows a particular vehicle, it brings into existence something better, or at least something that can adapt to its surroundings. Everything played a role in developing the infrastructure, and when it's no longer needed, it's composted into another form to serve another purpose. Mind is the central structure that tethers all of reality. The instructions do not call for the biological organism to emerge. That rejects vital radiation, making it mentally and physically weaker and not being able to sustain the organization of the compounds within its form. Therefore, when the biological organism reemerges, it's going to be black, complete, to absorb the vital radiation. Thus, the direct connection of the original man as a manifestation of the instruction, or rather, he is the biological development of the meso incarnation of the instructions, which he is not just a product of. The individual isn't greater than the whole, nor is the whole greater than the sum of all of its parts. Every cell, atom, molecule vibrates relative to the purpose it is in the existence for. Thus, when the original man recognizes the properties of the aforementioned, he can add on by modifying their sequence as well as study them to discover new potentialities in relation to his ideas or what is known. The mind is summation of all the fundamental orders that exist. Whenever a thought is manifested, it is built and constructed from the very simple rules, the fundamental orders from the mind into a more complex expression in order to effect a change in the universe. It's a change-dependent system in a series of cause and effect. Every computer consists of two aspects known as hardware and software. Software here includes information. The hardware in a solid state. Computer is concrete and localized, consisting of central processing unit, display, keyboard, external disk drive, CD-ROM, floppies, etc. All parts you can drag into Best Buy for repair if the computer is malfunctioning. The software consists of programs that can exist in many forms, including the totally abstract. A program can be in the computer in the sense that it is recorded in the CPU or on a disk, which is hitched up to the computer. A program can also exist on a piece of paper if I invented it myself, or in a manual. If it is a standard program, in these cases, it is not in the computer, but can be put in at any time. But a program can be even more tenuous than that. It can exist only in my head. if I have never written it down, or if I have used it once and erased it. The hardware is more real than the software in that you can always locate it in space-time. If it's not in the bedroom, somebody must have moved it to the study, etc. On the other hand, the software is more real in the sense that you can smash the hardware back to dust, kill the computer, and the software still exists and can materialize or manifest again in a different computer. And speaking of the human brain as an electrocolloidal biocomputer, we all know where the hardware is. It is inside the human skull. The software, however, seems to be anywhere and everywhere. Ashe? Now the reason I just gave y'all this build is to be mindful of your temples and what is going on in the universe. That which is physical and spiritual are becoming one. Those who are losing their vessels due to the evil decisions that they have made are being taken over within this matrix. We are in a new time, the golden age of the mind and body and life of God. Ashe.